Anyways, well, I'm Chris McLean, and I gotta say there, ladies and gentlemen, is that wondering fact that, however, in our final four contestants remain to survive in Total Drama World Tour Simulator. So, apparently, the only people who remain to still be left in this entire thing left to go in Season 3 we have is Sally, Josh, Goth Girl, and then Alejandro. Looks like things are really going to cook on up before the finale can begin in the final four in part 29, which is going to get interesting. But first, apparently, we on the other hand are going to just let them have their motivations before that can start, which apparently we got to see who's going to become to be the new winner of season 3. And however, we're just going to find out and see and tell further next time, but at this point, me and Chef decide that we're only going to just stay in Drumheller, Alberta, just as in for right now, for our four finalists, so they could probably just be talking to each other, or maybe in fact, maybe just go in a solo while they're just talking about how they're going to win the money and just figure out how they're going to do with $1 million. But important the question is, however, who do you truly think who wins? And who you think who may have a feasible win of a victory in the future of season 3, which that apparently will take for a long, long time to do that. Isn't that right, Chef?
Yeah, to be honest with you, Chris, that hopefully one of them are gonna win in the finals and the final and the finale. But yeah, you're totally right, Chris. And as in for that, well, apparently this is gonna get very interesting to see who wins in the finale of Total Drama World Tour Simulator. And plus, it's about dang time to see who wins this finale and see who truly wins the money. But unfortunately, well, guess our last competitor that was in the final five, Duncan, was eliminated, apparently, which you might have to do another recap again in the part 29 episode thing. But all other things aside, is that, however, whoever does win the $1 million gets to win the big million prize of the season of the finale of Total Drama World Tour Simulator. That would pretty much be likely to be that way. So, that's all I have to say there, Chris. And yeah, I'm going to be expecting a lot of good drama coming out of that time. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong there, Chef. You're totally not wrong there. And yeah, I'll definitely do the recap for that already, which thanks for reminding me about that, about the final five, which would be scrolling down to the final four. But anyway, thanks for that reminder, Chef. And as in for that, well, guess we're gonna have to be reviewing to see, however, of our four finalists will pretty much be sure to have their good motivation before we can be scrolling on to head to somewhere else that's going to be fun and pretty much likely another interesting island. So, as in for that, I will pretty much be looking on some islands for right now to see what's going to be available for our four finalists to win the $1 million cash. But anyway, looks like we're going to be moving right along and see, however, we're going to find out and see until further notice. But anyway, let's see what the final four have to say in their own confessionals or in their confession to see how they're going to win the $1 million in the very end of the show. Or should I say, Total Drama World Tour Simulator. That's what I have to say. But as in for now, let's go ahead and review it, shall we?